Hello everyone, Brenda Mullard from Art on Creekside. I am here doing a craft project with the Valentine crafting bundle tonight, and I am going to just make sure everything is all working here, and I want to make sure that everything is live. And we're up and running. All right, I can see myself on there. Awesome. All right. So as I was saying, my name is Brenda Mullard, and I am from Art on Creekside. And Sherri, my wonderful friend Sherri, had asked me if I would be willing to come on and do a project from one of my printables from my Valentine printable bundle. And hi, Sharon, how are you? And Debbie too, hi. And so I was so excited because I have created these bundles that are so easy to use, so easy to use. You don't have to be super talented. You don't have to be super artistic. A little bit of creativity goes a really, really long way. So I'm going to show you tonight how to turn this simple little wooden frame that I bought from Walmart into something like this. Now, because there are so many ways to do this, I'm going to show you this one as an example, but I'm going to kind of play around with some different ideas and show you that you don't have to just stick with one thing to do with these. There's multiple things you can do. And with the bundles, I'm going to quick show you first what comes in a bundle, just so you kind of know what you're looking at. So you'll see that there's this buffalo plaid red and white paper, okay? So that actually came from this one right here, okay? So, hi Lynn. So in the bundle, what I have is I have different things you can download and then cut and craft with. So I have, this is a page, this is a page, and this is all original artwork by me, by the way. Stencils or letters that you can change into whatever you like. This is a page, and this is a page, okay? But then I am crazy for buffalo plaid. Crazy for buffalo plaid. I love it. I love flannel. I wear it all the time. And I'm crazy for buffalo plaid. And Sherri did a painting using the black and white buffalo plaid printable that I have in this bundle. But then I also did a pink and a gray and a red. So there's a ton of different ways to use this. It's so fun. But I wanted to show you that first. So how did we get started with something like this? It's really super, super easy. Hey, Sherri, it's super easy. So believe it or not, this back part is actually a napkin that we had left over from Christmas holiday. So I took a paper napkin and I glued it into the back part of my frame. And I'm going to show you guys all how to do this, but I glued it in the back part of the frame. I used, it's a little hard to see maybe, there we go. I used a little bit of glitter paint just to give it a little glittery sparkle, okay? And then we started layering. Now, I use these little letters, it's Be Mine, they're like the Scrabble letters. I found some at Hobby Lobby. I wasn't super excited with those, so I ended up getting mine off of Amazon, but I know that they do have some at Hobby Lobby. They just didn't have the amount that I was looking for. So I ordered mine off of Amazon. It was like $10 for like 100 of them, I think. So nothing too crazy. The little frames I did get at Walmart. I think it's like 3 in a bundle for like $4.50, $4.97, something like that. So we're going to turn this into this, okay? Something close to it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to, you can see some of my other bundle things back here. I'm going to actually point my camera down so that you're going to be able to see what I'm doing with my hands. And then as we go, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Just stop and ask and just say, hey, Brenda, how'd you do this? Or where'd you get that? Or whatever, okay? So I'm going to put you down here. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to see, I'm going to check on my screen to make sure that I can see myself and make sure that I am not missing any comments. All right. So I started out with this plain wooden frame. Okay. Comes in, I think, a bundle of 3, I said. And I got it from Walmart. I just used plain old craft paint. And I pre-painted this just to save us some time and some drying time. I just took plain old apple barrel black craft paint and I painted the inside and around the outside edge of my frame. Now, what I would suggest is also painting the back side, and you can have a double-sided piece if you want to. So, like I said before, what I did was I took just a plain old napkin, and it's, you know, multiple pieces, and I just cut it to fit inside of the frame. Now, what I use to glue it is just, believe it or not, a plain old Elmer's glue stick. I am a fan of the Elmer's glue stick. Now, Mod Podge is a great adhesive. The only thing that I find sometimes is that if you're using something like a napkin or tissue paper or something that has color, it will pull the color from those things and it will kind of spread it onto other items in your work that you're doing. So I don't necessarily always like Mod Podge when it comes to using it as an adhesive. As a sealer, it's great. For me, it just doesn't work. Other people love it. For me, I'm not a fan, okay? So I ended up gluing it down and using some red glitter glue, or not glitter glue, glitter paint, sorry. Red glitter paint, and I just painted the whole inside, let it dry, okay? I'm gonna show you a different way to do this. So we know that you can do, let me grab my example here too so you can kind of see. We know that we can do the glitter paint on top of the red napkin. You can see that. So I'm going to show you another variation. Now, I love different kinds of scrapbook paper. I think I found this one either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, one of the two. It's like when they have the 50% off, like their scrapbook papers. And I love getting little books like that because you have just a ton of different kinds. And there's just no, no limits to how many different ways you can use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scrapbook paper, grab my Elmer's glue stick, and I'm just going to put a good amount of glue on the back. Now I pre-measured, and so the pages that I have are rectangle, okay? My frame is square. And the rectangle was not wide enough to fit the entire square. So, how do I fix this problem? Or do I just leave it black on the inside? You could do that too. What I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that there was a border. And, I was going to show you too. You can use tissue paper in there also. If you choose to use tissue paper, unlimited amounts of different things you can use on the inside. Crazy, crazy. So I glued this in, and it looks like it's kind of popping up. I'm going to use my blade here just a little bit. Throw a little bit more glue stick in there. There we go. There we go. Now it's going to stick. Now I could leave the black on the outside edge. If I want a little black stripe that's from the background, that's fine. But what I decided to do was I found this cool black and white ribbon, and I love the stitching on it. I think it's so cute. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces that were the width of the inside, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue top and bottom to the inside of my frame, okay? Hey Debbie, how's it going? So I'm gonna grab my hot glue gun here. I've got hot glue all over the place. All right. So I'm hot gluing this in place. Now, the thing with a hot glue gun is that you always have to be careful because it's melted plastic. And I don't know how many times I've taken glue or skin right off my finger with a hot glue gun. But I have done it for sure. So I'm taking and I'm gluing the top and the bottom. And I'm just kind of putting this one here too. So you can see both, like same idea, same exact ideas, but just different, little bit different materials, just to show you how versatile you can be when it comes to using the same type of materials. And how ideas are just endless. Just endless. Those little spider webs out of there from the glue gun. There we go. All right, so like on the inside of this one, I used the ribbon on the inside versus on the top and bottom, okay? So this one I just have it on the top and bottom. I left the black edge around the inside of this frame, okay? All right, so the next thing, if you notice on this one, there's lots of layers. So we have our bottom layer, we have a middle layer, we have a little layer on top of that, and then I even have a wooden heart on top of that. I love texture. So this piece right here is burlap. It was like a burlap cardstock. And I made a heart with the burlap cardstock and then layered my printable on top of it and then put a wooden heart on top of that, okay? So what I'm going to do with this one, I found this corrugated cardboard, and this I got in like a scrapbook area, but if you really wanted to, what you can do is just take the very top layer on regular cardboard, like a box. You can take an X-Acto blade, and you know what, maybe I'll even just show you here. You can take an X-Acto blade and just cut on a piece of cardboard the very top layer off. And we'll see if it works since the other piece doesn't have the layer on the outside on the other side. But can you see? You can start to take off the paper, and underneath is that corrugate. And if you really want to be frugal, you just go find a piece of cardboard you don't need from an old cardboard box or something laying around your house that's corrugate, and just take that outside layer off. And you can see that there's the corrugate that's right there, okay? I bought this in a craft section. I think it was actually Michael's. And I drew a heart on the side that does not have the corrugate side, okay? And all I did was traced a heart or drew a heart, and I'm going to cut on the back side. I'm going to just cut that heart out. Okay. Now, because I wanted the stripes on top to kind of show up, I started with a Sharpie marker, just kind of dragging it across the very top of the heart so that you could see the stripes. Again, I am crazy for texture. I am crazy for pattern. That's just the art teacher in me, I think. And all I did was just take my Sharpie marker and drag it across that very top edge of the corrugate. I did not want the black to go in between. I really just wanted it to hang on the very top that top edge that's raised up. Now I know tiered trays are super popular right now. And that's, I kind of put all my designs on a tiered tray just so you could see what that would look like. But here's my corrugate. Okay, so I have this fabulous texture, awesome pattern line. It seems like there's a lot going on, but in all honesty, it really works. It really works. There's plaid on the back. There's this great striped texture on the top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my handy dandy glue gun and I'm gonna glue this a little more to the top, because on the bottom I'm gonna put my letters. Now the great thing about those letters is that you get enough letters usually in a package that you can do a couple of different projects. So, you know, on this one I used the Be Mine, okay? On this one I actually grabbed, I thought, oh, I'm gonna play a little bit. And I found letters that are Love You on there. So fun. Okay, so here's my pattern piece right here. Now, I'm going to be using my printable. What did I just do with my printable? I just had it. Here it is. And now the great thing is too, guys, is with these, you are going to be able to print these at home. So you can choose if you want to print it on just regular old paper, or if you want to print it on a little bit of a heavier piece of cardstock, you can do that also. Sometimes I find if I'm layering patterns on top of each other or printables on top of each other, if I use the plain old computer paper, sometimes it's a little bit see-through and I can see the pattern through it, which sometimes it's okay. That's not a big deal. But other times I don't want that to happen. So I can print it on a piece of cardstock and that works really great. Okay, so here's my printable. And I'm going to take and I'm going to glue that right on top, kind of in the middle, okay? And for this one, because I'm gluing paper to paper, I'm going to go ahead and just use my glue stick again. And just get a good amount of glue stick. I'm not going to be stingy with that glue stick at all. And I'm just going to kind of center that in there. Make sure it's right where I want it. And glue it down. Okay. Now you can see both kinds, both using the same printable, but a whole different effect, totally different looks. Again, that's why I love these, because really your imagination is the only thing that stops you from playing around. Now, I love buttons. I love various types of ribbons. I love little doodads and just things. And so I always seem to have a lot of things kind of everywhere. And what I did was I purchased these little wooden hearts. They come in like big, like a bunch in a bag. And for this one, I just took and I painted the heart pink. But for this one, I'm going to paint it red. I painted it red. And I really liked the red with the red, but I didn't want it to get lost in there. So what I did was I found a buffalo plaid, go figure, a little buffalo plaid button that I'm going to glue on top of that, just so that it all goes together. And if you notice, I'm repeating a lot of color. I'm repeating a lot of the black and white, and mostly the red, because that's kind of what makes it all go together. Repetition, one of the principles, elements and principles of art and design. For those of you that like to take art classes, you probably know that already. All right. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? That is so cute. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Now, our little letters. Notice, guys, this has taken us, what, maybe 20 minutes-ish to create this one little piece. So now, granted, I had already painted the frame, so I didn't have to wait for drying time for the frame. But, oh, I could leave that so that there's a little. All right, so I can put them so that there's the ribbon on the bottom, so I can see the ribbon on the bottom still, or I could put them all the way to the bottom and glue them like that. Which way do you guys think? What do you think? I gotta turn my heart around here. Or am I, oh, should I leave it? Oh, you could, Sharon. Hi, Rosie. So should I leave it up a little bit? Should I leave that ribbon showing a little bit, you think? Here, on this one, I put it all the way to the bottom. On this one, I put it all the way to the bottom. But I also didn't have a ribbon piece across the bottom of mine. Show the ribbon. I think so too, Sherry. I agree. 100%. 100%. All right, so I'm going to take my handy dandy glue gun. And I like to lay everything out first. And then glue it after it's all laid out. I think it was actually this one. Was it this one? Yeah, I think it was when I was doing this one. I was showing the people on my Art on Creekside page. I did it for them there. And after reviewing the video, I realized that I spelled mine wrong. I had the letters switched around. Whoopsies. So I had to go back. I had to take a letter off and fix it. Whoops. It's kind of hard. I'm doing this upside down, so it's a little bit hard to see sometimes if I'm upside down. Leave the ribbon, Sharon says. Yes, good. Good, good, good. Going to do that for sure. All right. And these little Scrabble letters are so fun because there's just so many different, ways you can use them. Okay. Take a look at that, you guys. Isn't that fun? It's just so easy. And it took us about 23 minutes. Right? Sherry says, one of the oops of creating live. Yeah. Yes. Hey, it's real. It's real. So here are two different versions using the same printable, same frame, just using two different backgrounds with different textured papers. And then also a little extra doodad on the top with my little buffalo plaid button. So fun. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys real quick, since we have just a little bit of time. I'm going to show you real quick. Oh, you're welcome, Lynn. A couple of things. These are fun. If you go on the Art on Creekside page, also I have a YouTube page that's Art on Creekside, also on YouTube. I show you how to make these. Okay, you're going to laugh because what I did, and these aren't part of the printables, but these inspired the printables actually because of the buffalo plaid. And of course, I love buffalo plaid. So what I did was I was shopping the day after Christmas with my daughter, Madison. And we came across these little letters, and I'm like, oh, buffalo plaid, they're so cute. They have an X. Well, they had two X's. So then, of course, I'm thinking, what can I do with an X that's buffalo plaid? And all of a sudden it dawned on me like, oh, XOXO for Valentine's Day. So, of course, because I am curious and I got to figure out how things are made, that's just how I am, I bought a couple of different letters. So this is what it looked like when it was the ornament. And they had a Q, and I took it apart. I ripped it all apart. And I found out that it's basically two pieces of cardboard with fabric wrapped around it, glued together on the inside. So, of course, I'm like, I can do that. So I found some cardboard. I cut 2 circles with a hole in the middle, took some of that ribbon again that I just used, along with a piece of felt that I found at Walmart in the clearance section for like 50 cents. And I think these were like $1.50, 50% off. So I got these super cute XOXO letters to go with part of my decoration. Super cheap, super easy, super fun, and not hard to make at all. But there's a video on the Art on Creekside page, or go to the YouTube video. It's all right there. It's all in one spot. Oh, Debbie, I love a bargain. I'm a sucker for a good bargain. Another one of the printables. Now I'm going to be doing a coffee and create with the Valentine printables. We're gonna create a bunch of different pieces from that day, but it's a little bit of time that we take some time on a Saturday morning, and for $10 you'll get the whole bundle, and then I show you how to make a bunch of different craft things. So I found this wooden tag, Michael's, leftover Christmas, but I'm sure that they have other wood pieces that are there too that are like the tags. And took one of the printables, ribbon on the top, ribbon on the bottom. Boom, done. Now, I can take and attach some string on the top if I want to turn it back into a hanging kind of tag. I can do that. Or I can drill a hole, put twine or ribbon or whatever through it if I want to do that. You guys, so many ideas, so little time. This is one of my favorites. Favorite. So again, this was the little wooden frame. This one, I used some gray on it, and I used the buffalo plaid, the pink buffalo plaid in the back with the printable. That was the key to my heart. I used another one of those wooden little hearts, and then I used the pink buffalo plaid, black and white buffalo plaid. There's a light pink, it's a light pink buffalo plaid, dark pink buffalo plaid, and then a gray and white ribbon. And then I found this cute little key that was like in a jewelry section somewhere. Can't remember where I got it. And put that all together. Look how cute that is. So cute. So easy too. I mean, I didn't even have to really, it's just cutting, printing, cutting, and crafting. That's exactly what it is. On the 6th, I'm going to show you how I turn. You guys aren't going to believe this. I turned this Dollar Tree sign into this with the print, cut, and craft. Yes, a Dollar Tree sign. Dollar cost me $1, and I turned this into this. Yes, I'm going to be doing that on the 6th as well. And then also, fun, all you do, you can take, if you really just want to just frame something, one of the crafting or one of the printables, layer a printable and then put it in a frame, just a plain old Dollar Tree again, plain old gray little picture frame. You can switch it out with whatever season, whatever different printables you want to use. Again, super easy stuff to make. Very, very, very inexpensive to be able to decorate for the Valentine holiday. So again, thanks everybody. Thank you, Sherri, so much for letting me come on and do this with you guys. Super easy. So easy print, cut, and craft. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to answer anything. If you're having trouble with something or you need a extra set of eyes, I'm always here for you. So again, thanks so much. Sherri, thank you for having me. I appreciate all of you. I hope you got some really good stuff out of this quick project tonight. And I hope to see you soon. Come on over and visit me on the Art on Creekside webpage as well, or Facebook page as well. We'd love to have you. Bye everybody. Take care. Thank you.